The true story behind Hulu's Good American Family. The trend of real-life crimes being adapted for television has shown no signs of stopping. With massive successes like Monsters, The Menendez Brothers Dahmer, and Inventing Anna, it seems like viewers can't get enough of seeing these true crime events dramatized on the screen. The best adaptations of these shows feature stories that almost seem too wild to be true. And they become all the more captivating when we know that the events actually did take place in real life. Now there's one more show, Good American Family, that has debuted in this genre, which only adds to the belief that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. What is Good American Family about? When ID premiered the docuseries, The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, in 2023, social media was abuzz with the fascinating and outrageous true story of a Ukrainian little girl who is adopted by an American family. She has a rare form of dwarfism called spondyloepiphyseal dysplasia congenita, SEDC, which is a genetic disorder that results in a short stature and skeletal anomalies that affect the spine and the bones in the arms and legs. Just 2 short years after the adoption takes place, Natalia is abandoned by the family amid reports that she is a violent, murderous person who is actually an adult posing as a child in order to enter the U.S. The case has many shocking twists and turns, so it's not surprising that Hulu decided to adapt it into a television series. The first 2 episodes of this strange tale, depicted in Good American Family, premiered on Hulu on March 19, with the remaining 6 episodes to drop once a week going forward. The series begins with the Barnett family adopting Natalia and continues on through their bizarre interactions with her throughout her childhood. The show is told through multiple perspectives, including through the lens of Christine Barnett, Ellen Pompeo, Michael Barnett, Mark Duplass, and Natalia herself, Imogen Faith Reed. And this shift in point of view makes the viewer doubt all the information that is being presented to them. The mystery revolves around the question: is Natalia actually a dangerous adult or just a scared little girl? Good American Family is based on a fascinating true story. The series stems from real-life events surrounding Natalia's life. The facts are that she was adopted from Ukraine by the Barnetts, who lived in Indiana, in 2010, after being rehomed from another family. According to the adoption records, Natalia was around 6 or 7 years old at the time. The Barnetts allege that during the time she lived with them, they observed many shocking things. First, they claimed that Natalia had pubic hair and had admitted to getting her period. They said that Natalia was also abusive towards their biological sons, like trying to urinate on them or throwing their toys into the middle of the street, and that she would try to hide knives in her bedroom. Christine also alleged that Natalia even tried poisoning her by putting cleaning fluid in her coffee. 2 years after adopting her, the Barnetts legally petitioned the courts to change Natalia's birth year on her birth certificate from 2003 to 1989, because they claimed she was actually an adult and not a child at all. During this time, they even admitted Natalia to a psychiatric hospital for 9 weeks in an adult unit. All of these efforts were initiated so that they could abandon Natalia in an apartment to fend for herself. Instead of Natalia, who was truly 8 or 9, living in a home where she was cared for, the Barnetts had her living independently because they claimed she was actually 22 years old. During this time, Natalia lived in an apartment that was not accessible to her due to her disability. She couldn't reach most of the shelves or her mailbox, and she wasn't permitted to have a phone, which prevented her from being able to call for help if she ever needed it. Christine would stop by with groceries occasionally, but Natalia was truly on her own, with very minimal education under her belt. Neighbors reported her not looking like she had bathed, and that she would go into their apartments and steal food. At the time, the neighbors had been told she was an adult, so they thought the behavior was extremely odd, when, in reality, Natalia was a scared child who didn't know how to survive on her own. Eventually, Natalia was befriended by a neighbor named Cynthia Mans, played by Christina Hendricks in the series, who invited Natalia to move in with her and her family. She was formally adopted by the Mans family in 2023. Where is Natalia Grace from Good American Family today? During the time Natalia lived with the Barnett family, she claimed that they were physically and emotionally abusive. Christine would hit her, pepper spray her, make her stand facing a wall for hours, and would withhold food from her. In 2019, the Barnetts were charged with several counts of neglecting a dependent because of Natalia's time living on her own in the apartment. Michael was found not guilty in October 2022. All charges were dropped against Christine. During the making of the docuseries, it was revealed through DNA testing that Natalia was indeed just a child when she lived with the Barnetts. When she confronted Michael on camera, he pinned everything on Christine, claiming they were both victims of the same monster. In a January 2024 Facebook post, Christine denied all of Natalia's accusations of abuse. In the final season of the docuseries, which aired in January 2025, Natalia also ended up in a toxic environment while living with the Mans family. Her current guardians, Nicole and Vincent DePaul, have helped Natalia get the help she needs. They've encouraged her to get medical treatment to ease the pain she experiences from her condition, and to get therapy for all the extreme trauma she's endured throughout her life. Natalia finally seems to be thriving, even finding herself on the cover of People magazine this year. But the neglect and abuse she experienced at the hands of the Barnetts will take many years to untangle. For more details about the case, all 3 seasons of The Curious Case of Natalia Grace are available to stream on Max. To get a more dramatic and gripping look at Natalia's life, Good American Family is a suspenseful and compelling take on this bizarre story. Although the series might take some liberties with the overall storytelling, the fact that there is any truth to this story at all is still shocking.